मया ततमिदं सर्वं जगदव्यक्तमूर्तिना मत्स्थानि सर्वभूतानि न चाहं तेष्वस्थितः.
This entire world is pervaded by me in the unmanifest form. All beings exist in me, but I do not dwell in them. So when he says, see, it's like God personified speaking. He says, this entire world I pervade. Then the question arises, then how is it we don't see you? In the unmanifest form. So Brahman is in the unmanifest form. And how do you spot that Brahman? By inward penetration and separation of matter from spirit. And once you do this separation, this combination, which in fact is immiscible, is an impossible combination, like fat and water is an immiscible. Spirit and matter is an impossible combination, but somehow it seems to have come together. You're able to separate the two. And how do you separate the two? They say, see, Brahman pervades the universe like butter pervades milk. So when you buy milk, do you see the butter in it? No, but you understand the butter in it. And there is a process of extracting the butter from the milk, which fits in exactly with the spiritual path, which is the process of extracting, separating spirit from matter. So, how do you do it? How do you separate butter from milk? What is the first step? You heat the milk. You set it. You can't set ice cold milk. It will never set. So what do? You heat the milk, not boiling temperature, not refrigerated temperature, but lukewarm, body temperature, the right temperature. And then to that lukewarm milk, what do? Add a curd. How much curd? Little bit. And when you add that little bit of curd, you let it be. If there's someone who's trying to set curd for the first time, every 5 minutes she goes tilting the vessel, the bowl, the curd will never set. So you have to let it be. And after a few hours, this fluid milk becomes solid curd. What's the next procedure? This milk then, in the olden days before refrigeration, the setting of the curd was done at night. Then early morning, that curd that was set was churned. Churned not in a mixie. How? Clockwise, anti-clockwise. And when you do it at the right temperature, the right way, within a few minutes, pure butter, pure white butter rises to the surface. This butter is removed and is kept in water, fresh water every day. And when a sufficient amount of butter was collected, it was heated. Butter turns rancid. Butter is perishable. But when the butter is collected and heated, ghee is formed. That ghee is permanent. It doesn't turn rancid. It stays for a long period of time. Right? Now let's come back to here. We are not dairy experts. We are not sitting here wanting to make butter. So how do you extract, how do you separate spirit from matter? That's the question. So this mind that is fluid, that's running in all directions, that is getting distracted every now and then with something or the other, is made stable, mature. How? The mind has to have certain experiences of the world. A totally raw, inexperienced mind finds it difficult to absorb spirituality. So you must go through the average experiences that we all go through. Not too hot. It's not that you're partying every night till 4 o'clock in the morning. That's not suitable for spirituality. Not too cold where you don't have any experience of the world. Lukewarm, just right. And to that mind, you introduce just a little bit of spiritual knowledge, the Gita, scriptures, Vedantic truths. And then leave the mind means not just leave it alone, let the mind reflect, because even when you leave the milk by itself, there is frenetic activity going on, bacterial activity going on in that milk. So in the mind there is hectic activity, contemplation, reflection, weighing the pros and cons, finding out how does this work in life, etc. And then after this reflection, manana, the mind becomes stable, mature. That stable mind, early in the morning, when you are in a sattvic frame of mind, is churned. Churned means a negation of the unreal, assertion of the real. Clockwise, anti-clockwise. Clockwise is assertion of the real, anti-clockwise, negation of the unreal. When you do that, then the pure sattvic qualities rise to the surface. Your spirit separates from the matter, and then this butter is collected, and in the white heat of meditation, in this sattvic mind, when you meditate, you get to the permanent. It fits in so beautifully. That is why Krishna was called a cowherd boy, and Krishna is referred to as Makhan Chor. Many people say, what kind of fellow do these guys worship, these Indians? They worship a thief, a fellow who went from door to door and stole butter. And look at the poetry, the philosophy is one thing, but all the great poets, the musicians, everybody sang praises of Krishna as Makhan Chor. Why? Did it ever occur to you? Why is it that we are going gaga over somebody who stole butter? It's because the last few, in meditation, there's last few thoughts which are so subtle, so highly refined. That last thought, human effort can't go beyond that. Krishna comes and takes it away. And what is left behind is spirit, Atman. You know, the uniqueness of our culture is, not only does it give brilliant philosophical thought, which is difficult to comprehend, but this high philosophy is translated for the common person into endearing, captivating stories, which you can never forget. So how to separate this 4th verse of the 9th chapter, you will forget before you leave this hall. But the linkage with separating butter from milk is a tough thing to forget. You'll remember that. And that is the brilliance of our forefathers, that they've presented this philosophy in such a simple manner. The highest concepts in such easy to remember stories, that this is what helped us to retain this culture through the centuries, every generation. Remembered it, so that is how children were brought up with stories of these. The stories were captivating. The children remembered the stories. But as they grew, they said, oh, what does this mean? Even today, if you give them a chance, they'll listen to the stories and they'll ask you questions. But you don't know the answers to these questions. So you say, oh, never mind, let's concentrate on physics and chemistry. And now, of course, everything has become cartoons. The children are no longer taught, the bedtime story sessions are not there anymore, because there's no grandmother to tell the bedtime stories. And so what do? They sit there watching television the whole time, and cartoons. So anyway, coming back, this is it. And then he says, Matsthani sarva bhutani, all beings exist in me, but I do not dwell in them. It's like the ocean saying, all waves exist in me, but I don't exist in them. What is the difference? The difference is that the wave is a certain expression of the ocean. It is the ocean. But you can't limit the ocean to the wave. The ocean exists beyond the wave, in the wave and beyond the wave. Similarly, Brahman exists in the world, But Brahman cannot be restricted to the world, it exists beyond the world as well. Next verse.